if she handpicked me to hang out one-on-one, I'm like, oh, she feels me. She
What do you mean by handpicked?
There goes a good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to a highly informative episode of Careful Boys. Today we have Helen with us over there in the Taiwanese zone. Woohoo! And then we have Melissa Banos right here in the Filipino and other zone. Even though you're, what is it, Cambodian? It doesn't matter.
Chinese Cambodian.
Okay. I wanted you guys to do this because sometimes when we have these discussions about platonic friendships between men and women, we have like really different opinions about how it's impossible, it can never happen. But I've literally been in a platonic relationship with you guys as friends for as long as I can remember.
That's because you're gay, Ryan.
Spoiler alert. No, but I wanted you guys to ask them how, like ask them questions about how that is even possible. And I'm not even gonna interject because I'm not gonna mix it up with my answers.
Do you guys have other platonic friends that are dudes?
Yeah. But I'm in love with Ryan.
I knew it. See? I knew
She's
it.
Well, we
kept it
blew it.
quiet for
We
all
blew our
these
cover.
years.
Sorry, Smack.
Have you seen like those videos that they they ask, do you have guy friends? And the girls be like, yeah. And then you're like, call them right now and say you want to sleep with them.
That's. I asked my friend that, and
Yeah.
he did say that. She's like, any friend of yours, like any guy, like given any chance, would say yes. And I was like, I don't know if that's true.
It's not.
They might not want to. I don't know.
I hate to break it to you, Helen.
I wouldn't say it's completely all wrong.
Yeah.
Because I would say, okay, so I would say if the reverse would be true. So if all of your female friends in most cases will not sleep with you. I think that's true. But flip it around, some of those guy friends will sleep with you if they had the chance.
Yeah, but you can kind of tell who those are, right?
Yeah.
I would think
Her
so.
sad face.
I was like, there's definitely guy friends that just like won't like break that, like you're crossing a line there, and that means the friendship can never go back. So one, that's partially that, and I think at some point you're friends for so long that there is just
Like it's just brother and sister or something?
almost,
that's
yeah, like it's,
Because that's what happens to me over time. The attractiveness goes away completely.
and it's not like they're unattractive. It's just like when you look at them, there's like nothing there. Like,
Some dudes will fuck their sisters though.
That's true.
Okay, those dudes are
a lot
not
in
my
West
friends.
I wonder how their friends feel.
It's like, hey sis, you want some whiskey tonight?
that's okay. Now
Damn it, my fucking sister's holding out again.
That's a different world.
I think the younger you are, the more willing you'll do it.
Yeah.
I think so. And then the older you are, I think you're less willing to.
the older or the longer you've been friends.
Yes, the longer, yeah.
But some people then become.
If you were secretly in love for 10 years, then yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
then-
different.
Or
Yeah.
people do have like, oh, well, even the ones that are like, we've been just friends, but then it developed into something. I feel like from the start they knew there was potentially something there.
Interesting.
Could be, yeah.
It definitely ruins friendships,
Yeah.
for sure.
Is there a scenario for both of you guys? So you guys think of the dude, pretend both of you guys are single, and then think of the dude you friend zoned. Okay? Just a random dude you friend zoned. They're forever your friend. Let's say you guys are on an airplane. Airplane crashes on an island. No one's coming to rescue you. Then the dude's like, so what about now? Would you guys entertain like, fuck, it's just you and me, fine? Or would you be like, no, we're on this island, we're gonna figure it out as friends?
I mean, my first thought wouldn't be I need to have
I was
sex.
gonna say, like,
You're gonna fuck your way off the island.
Why not?
it's like that wouldn't even.
I know, why not? See? That's how guys work.
Like, are we talking?
Can we get some fish or something first? Like, I'm hungry.
He's like, how many fish do I need to catch for you?
That's how guys think, I feel like.
As soon as the plane crashes, so looks like we're alone.
Because I think guys would be like, oh, you want a shelter? Okay. What about now? After this, I get a blowjob, right? Or no?
Oh, you want a shelter? Just freaking hammering right away.
I got like 10 coconuts for you. It's like, dang.
Oh shit.
I mean, like, to save humanity, maybe, if that was, like...
You'd have to.
Yeah, like how long have you been stuck there?
6 months.
No.
That's too soon still?
You can't fall in love with your friend in 6 months?
Damn.
No.
Wait, 6 months on
What's
an
the
island?
question? The actual question is, can guys and girls be friends? Right? That's the one that everyone.
That was the original one, but then
Now we're stuck on an island.
when we ask it, it's like Steve thinks it's impossible. Like,
Yeah.
completely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just doesn't think there's any chance.
Well, is it because is he talking about like deep friendships?
I don't. I think just in general.
like I have hella acquaintances that I consider friends, but we're not close.
Remember when it was like, so you know the factor of like if they're attractive to you or not is like a big deal breaker with whether or not this can just be friends to a lot of guys. But then we were talking about like my rebuttal was like, if you're in charge of casting, like if someone's like, I need you to cast the 10 hottest kids for this teen show, it's like you'd have to know which kids were hot, but you're not attracted to them, right? It's kind of like that. It's like I know that they're really pretty girls, but I'm not. I don't. That does nothing for me.
I see.
But I can tell you like that. That's the case.
Yeah.
But I'm not like some guys are like I don't even see that. It's like no,
yeah,
you do.
I get it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Like you
yeah.
have to be able to.
Well, there's people that are objectively beautiful or like good looking or attractive, but you're not attracted to them. I think that's the key.
It doesn't do
is
something for
if
you,
you are personally attracted to them because you find them physically attractive, you like how they like are as people, you wish they were with you, that's when it gets dangerous.
Throughout life, when people ask
'Cause
me
you have
about
a
them,
crush
I'm not
on
like
them.
ew,
Then I
gross.
feel
Why do you like
there's
them?
already that that's what I'm saying. Like there must have been some sort of initial attraction. You know, like you kind of know, like oh, potentially there's something there. But then there are cases where there isn't.
Right.
Yeah.
And then over time, it becomes like you said, it's like more of like a sibling.
Yeah.
Like awkward feeling to even think of that is pretty.
So who are the people that believe that it can't?
That it can't.
Yeah, it's just like guys and girls just cannot. Like
I think I can't. Maybe
can't
it's an
have a
individual
female friend?
thing. I think I can't.
you can?
Why?
No.
Can't have female friends.
Well, I feel like, let's say I have a female best friend, and then I'm like talking to her at night, and then like every activity I'm doing, I can't wait to tell her, or anything that happens that's important in life, I'm telling her before I tell my wife.
Oh, that's kind
I
of
feel
weird.
like
though.
that would take me away from my marriage, I feel like.
But why would that have to be like to? You know what I mean? Like, why does it have to be that extent where it's like the first thing I do is like call her?
Well, but that's their best friend, right? If that's my best friend, that's the person I talk to.
I think we're just talking about friends.
I'm like, oh, I have knots.
Like,
can you get my knot for me?
like a
I'm like, oh, it's my wife calling me again. Jesus.
I mean, I think you're like friendship.
Now you sound like a gay guy like me.
a really, really good friend, but not your
Really good
best
friend?
friend.
Weren't you pretty close with Nina? She's a female friend.
Yeah.
Like, but you guys are friends, and you're able to have that with no, romantic attractiveness or whatever, and then you guys were buddies.
He's like, is it?
Tag his wife.
Let me tag you.
But you guys don't have to be besties. But I think that's what people mean is like you can have an authentic friendship with someone,
Close one too.
and you don't.
But the priority doesn't go over your wife.
But then, like, where Nina is, she's still not in my, like, let's say it's like my wife is like in here in this circle. Outside, I have like the boys or whatever, like someone I'm really, really close with. She's still not in that group.
Did she?
She'll be right outside of that group.
Oh, did she? Oh, she wasn't.
Do you think
Yeah.
you can have a girl be in the boys group?
Without me wanting to fuck her?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been tested, but I feel like it'd be weird. To,
Do you
like,
think Nina can like advance to this inner circle?
The boys' circle.
I don't know. Like, I just picture myself
You'll
with
have
all
to
the stuff
rename
I did with Joe. Like, let's say we like auditioned together, we traveled together. We'll probably fuck at at some point in time. I thought if me and Joe were doing like all the
If
stuff
I was a female, because I'm like, I didn't consent to this.
How does that feel?
can make that happen.
like, let's say the stuff.
No wonder you never wanted to get separate hotel rooms.
Like, let's say all the stuff you and Dietrich went through, right?
Yeah, right.
Like all ups and downs, whatever. If she was a chick, you guys probably would have had sex at one point. No?
I think they have had sex.
Yeah, maybe.
I get what you're saying though. It's kind of like if they're that cool,
Like, yeah, they're
you'd
that
be
cool.
you'd be helpless to feel attracted to them.
Yes, yeah. That's what I mean.
kinda
That's what I mean.
But that kind of reminds me of like Lydia, because Lydia's also in Quest Crew, and I've never had that feeling with her. and we kind of
And you guys been through all the ups and
been
downs.
through a lot of that stuff too.
Then maybe it's kind of a mixture of like what you said about you already had to have the initial or attraction and it kind of grew, or there had to be something there.
You don't turn around one day, it's like, oh, they're kind of cute.
Yeah, but to be fair, like with me and Banos, we've been friends for so long, and we've had friends around us, and some of those dudes started liking her, and I was like, what the fuck happened? And after like years.
You're like, I didn't know that.
I do understand that some people are skeptical about it because I didn't see that coming either. And neither did you.
That sucked.
All of a sudden, they're like, wait, what? Where's this new agenda coming from?
Yeah.
And that ruins it because it's awkward. Then you have to be like standoffish, and you're like, and like I said, that ruins the friendship.
But that's not all friendships.
It's so soft and nice. Yeah.
I think most of my close female like friends though they would be like wives or girlfriends of my guy friends.
None that you've met, like.
Yeah, I don't think I have friends of like just straight up
Like someone you met while surfing or something.
like maintain that relationship. I have friends from my past and we're still friends, right? But then I don't keep up with it in the same way. But I don't do that with guys either. So it's just probably
That's like
how
a separate friendship.
Yeah, that's kind of just your whole style then.
it could be.
Just a surfing style.
Yeah, there's people that grow up like guys I grew up with, and like all their friends are just guys, and the only females that come in the picture are like, oh, someone's dating someone.
Yeah.
But then I feel like
There's friend groups that are both though.
yeah, and so in those cases,
Yeah.
you do have.
Guy girlfriends. What do you have? Like you both have guy friends that are like for years you guys just been friends?
Oh.
I have a lot of guy
so.
friends. Yeah.
Just in general, you have like a lot of mostly guy friends.
Yeah. I mean, like just like Questers, like.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, I get along with men easily.
Here's another question.
No, like.
Why do you have to say it like that?
Here's the difference.
So they can't just be friends.
I think what I mean is
in a freaking office going like this while you say it.
Okay, so I think this is a defining kind of thing, right? So like when guys are friends, you could probably hang out one-on-one. When guys become friends with girls, they'll be friends in groups, but they very rarely hang out one-on-one.
Okay.
I hang with my guy friends one-on-one.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think that's the defining factor.
Are these like very mature guys though? Are they like very like?
No.
Oh.
Not some of us.
Okay.
When you guys hang out one-on-one, is it at each other's houses?
In bed?
You're like, can we just play Twister just by ourselves?
What position are you hanging out in?
I mean, I think it would be the same as like I have a guy friend that's gay and me hanging out with him alone. Like I can do the same thing with my guy friends that aren't gay.
Which one am I, by the way?
You're a bit of both.
It's kind of
All right, so like, what is the common thing or activity that is done? So, for example, like,
activity.
guys usually have a thing that they're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Like when it's like, let's go do this activity.
That's my golf buddy or whatever.
Yeah, like guys usually. I mean,
But what about like when it's like
Everyone eats.
when it's your old
true.
friends? You know,
Let's meet up and like have coffee, talk or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or just
Yeah, I
you
guess so,
sit there
yeah.
and fucking drink, say some
Catch
shit.
up.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I'd assume that's a date.
Oh,
Right?
what?
Oh.
Not a date.
You can't
but
go
like,
out and eat and have it not be a date?
Not a date, but like a step towards it.
Oh wow.
That's how I
So
feel.
you wouldn't just go get food with me and not think we're on a date?
Do I know you're married? Like if I think you're single, I'm like,
Wait, but we're talking about your friend, like your friend that you've been friends with for years.
Yeah.
if she handpicked me to hang out one-on-one, I'm like, oh, she feels me. She
What do you mean by
It goes
handpicked?
like this. Oh yeah.
Everything is this response.
she could have picked anybody.
Oh, weird.
You know what? I do when I'm one-on-one with a girl is it's usually around business. It's usually around like I want to ask you about marketing online, whatever, right?
He's feeling me.
She wants me, but she's hiding it. No, it's usually that. Like,
okay.
we're friends, but we're also like, a lot of the female friends that I've kept over the years are entrepreneurial or like kind of, I don't know, there's a little bit of a masculine spirit to them, right? Where it's like you could sit down and like 90% of your conversations about business stuff. And then 10% is the past of like, remember that time when we did this and that was hilarious or whatever. And then we got so drunk or whatever, right? And you go back to, all right, so how's this going? And then, yeah. So it's usually a conversation around a hobby or a shared interest that we geek out on.
Okay.
Yeah. But other than that, yeah, it's I really don't spend a lot of time just talking with people in general.
So I know a lot of dudes and girls. I know a lot of dudes and girls can be friends. But that's why I think I make it like a me thing, because I feel like I can't. I think it's like
Too horny?
I think, like, let's say for example, like, let's say
I think Bart just don't have
That is a
friends in
thing,
general.
though. He's like, I can't.
I'm gonna visit a friend, right? Or I'm gonna visit a city. And if and I'm married, and I'm visiting a city, if one of my guy friends was like, oh yeah, just crash at my place.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
If I had a friend that's a girl in that city, I'm just gonna get a hotel.
That is.
But what if
You know-
she said, just crash at my place? What would you say?
I'm like, hey, look, this is
Bart's like, I know she wants me.
a step towards something else. I'm gonna get a hotel, I'll FaceTime you. See, even that's weird. See?
You can just call each other. You don't have to do that.
That's definitely more
You make
weird.
yourself weird live.
I think it's because I'm
Yeah,
weird.
you just can't do it.
Dude.
I actually agree.
I just think I'm not mature enough. I think I'm just not mature enough.
He's all, I'll just get a hotel and I'll FaceTime you. Yeah, that's more weird.
I think I can't do it.
Meet up and like get lunch like normal.
I think I just can't do it. I think I'm just awkward in that way, maybe.
I think people know that they can or can't. Because there was a guy in my summer school one time who, like, we had class, you know, the whole time together. And toward the end, he asked me out. And I respectfully was like, you know what, I'm so sorry. I only see you as a friend, but we can totally be friends. And he was like, yeah, I can't be friends with you. And that was the last time I heard
He's like, I like you too much.
Yeah, I think people
I can't be
know.
friends.
Like,
Yeah, that's
Bart,
cool.
he knows.
Yeah, Bart knows,
He knows
yeah.
he can't do it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why, like, if I have
be clear about it.
if I have close girlfriends, I think they'll be like here, but they'll never be able to be like
The boys.
my inside. Because we're gonna try to have sex with each other, I think.
Because that's what's happening already.
It might just be one way.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think the way I interact with both friends that are guys or girls, it's actually the same. I just send memes to them on DMs, and that's how I stay in contact with longtime friends.
Yeah.
Once in a great while, if we do sit down to talk or whatever, it's usually around business. Like when we went to have breakfast for our buddy's birthday, we had breakfast, smoked cigars, and 90% of that conversation was business.
Damn.
You have cigars after breakfast?
That's what you do when you're old.
Okay.
But I think most of my life in general is around so much of people with common interests, hobbies, YouTube, and we're just talking about the same shit. And then it's like, whenever I meet up with you, we're gonna continue talking about the same shit.
It's never like, how are things in life? How are you? How are you and your wife?
That's gonna lead to.
Sex.
I'm like, hey, I'm gonna do a scuba diving trip with my boy. That's normal, right? Like, I think it would be so weird if I'm gonna go to a scuba diving trip with this chick, and it's just us two.
Well, why can't it be
travel
like
buddies.
4 people? Like,
3 girls.
Well, to me, the defining thing is whether or not you guys could hang out alone.
I see.
That's the defining thing, you know? I mean, in the group, it's always a group, but I think, like, the defining thing of whether or not two people could be friends platonically to me is if they're alone. And then I feel like that's just, like, so weird if I, like, did a trip. Oh, it's just gonna be me and this chick over here. And it's, like, so hard to, like...
What if she was lesbian?
Yeah, it's a good question, actually.
Because like the girl's like, oh, that's my gay best friend. Then it's like, okay.
interesting.
But like actually going out doing activities with guys is way more fun than a butch lesbian.
That's true.
Like guys can just like
Have you tried?
you're just way more. Yeah.
You don't know that.
Joe has a really good point.
Comparison. What if you're going to like a lesbian event? Wouldn't you?
No, I don't know. It's just a funny thing to say. It's just.
That is funny. Imagine you're gonna go with a bunch of guys to a lesbian event. It's way more fun this way.
You know what I think it is? It's like, okay, like, so I know guy friends that will go out with their homegirls and like they would catch up, chit chat, all this stuff. I think I'm like Bart, where I'm just not that kind of person. Like in general, like I don't hang out with guys and talk about their families and how they've been.
Yeah.
Like it's because I think I get so excited about the common hobby or passion that we're into. So when I meet up with someone, all I want to do is hear what like they're building their 20 restaurants or whatever, and I just get so excited of them being excited about that we get caught up on that, and then that's it. So I don't really get that personal because I'm more interested in in the thing that I built the friendship with this person. So like let's say I have a gun buddy and that's all he talks about, but he's so excited and obsessed about it that's my friendship with them. So it's these compartmentalized things.
I see, yeah. They're
where
more
it's
based
like-
on the thing than the other. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So would you be weirded out if your gun buddy was like, so, how's life?
So
He puts his hand on your.
And you'd be like, oh, you're not that friend.
yeah. I'm uncomfortable.
I think a perfect example is like you know how girls be like, guys don't know anything about their friends. Like you don't ask them about this thing happens and whatever. That's the perfect example of
You're that.
I'm an extreme version of that.
Okay.
Where like I don't even know how many kids they have or whatever. I
He
just
has
know
one.
Right. But I think when we get together, we're so like our wives probably don't want to hear us anymore talking about the thing that we like or whatever. So we're catching up so much on that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's different.
You don't have friends like that?
Like what? The way that you have friends?
Yeah.
Mine are opposite. Most of my friends, they talk about like shit that's bothering them or like real stuff.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to be emotional tampon. But you are. No, just kidding. But okay, think about our friendship, right?
Yeah.
Most of our conversations
Or about
around
cars.
JK, our hobbies, and that's it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But what
That
if
is
one
like
day
that.
Ryan shows up and he's like,
I want to talk about life.
I'm so sad and like this just happened to me. Would you just be like, so?
But we can turn on the camera. We're gonna make
YouTube.
money off this.
We gotta monetize it. Come on.